Well, there's no real easy way around it because you just don't know when this is going to come again. I mean, you know, each delivery is a bit of a one-off delivery. That's why you always tend to have a flaw. You've just got to, because this might not happen for a long time yet, and you just don't know what you're going to find. What you're going to find a lot of, or a little of, there's a whole load of these in there, in the bottom. So you just got to bite the bullet and begin in the beginning, and get your sponge and get on the knees and get it sorted. But there are so many different sorts and types to find. There's a lot of them, a lot of big long ones in the bottom. So what you see in the top isn't what you get in the bottom. But they'll all, a little handy cable stretcher. You've just got to, you know, you can't really sift them because they're basically all the same. They'll all go through the same hole. So if you could, you'd probably put them on a shaking and all sorts. But the aggravation of trying to sort something out. See, they're nice. They're long steel ones into steel. I'm really into the ones that go into the wood. Yeah, no, you've just got to get on with it, and you'd be surprised. And the thing is, there's less rubbish. There's a bit of rust. I might collect just all the rusty ones together and put them in the dustbin, in the mixer, and get them to bash each other's. Give them a good run in the mixer, and get them to bash themselves together. But actually, there isn't that much rust in here, is there? They're not, you know, once you've got them and you've cleaned them and you've given them a lick of WD-40, you'd be surprised. So what I'll do is I'll make a few collections and show you each different one later on, how many different sorts actually come out, because there's quite a few different sorts. As you've seen with the nuts and bolts, wow, there's so many different sorts of nuts and bolts. But let's begin in the beginning and do the hard graft. So it's not really as scary as it first appears, because you get one's about that size only because it's got the Phillips head on it, so you pick the Phillips head ones. One that's very similar, with the bolt head, you put the bolt head on it. Anything that's shiny and got a plastic top, you put them on it. Rusty nails go into another pile. What tends to happen is what's in your face comes to the top. What you got more of, because obviously when you're looking, you don't look very much, but when you're looking for something, you think, well, I've seen that, seen that, seen that. And when a few of them are in your face, you do that. So, and the little ones will work their way to the bottom, and they get smaller and smaller. But what I like to do is get rid of the big ones first. So we're now ready for another rest of that tub to go in. So let's put that tub in. Ooh, there's loads of them other ones. Right. Well, at least we know. one empty tub to be going on with. And can you see, look, there's loads of them, Phillips tops. And you don't actually search for them, you just do what's the most in your face. So we'll put them there. There seems to be quite a few of them in there with a nut top on this lot. So we'll just go and pick them out. Just, you know, a handful of them, because there seems to be quite a few of them. And it's quite easy. If you get one that's too long, it doesn't matter, because when you put them together in your hand or you pick them up, you can spot the big long ones. So you can either put them in a different place, or you can say, well, that lot goes there. These, I can see lots of these here. Can you? Yeah. So what we'll do is pick out what you see lots of, and then you find the next thing that it's got lots of, Just a handful. Put it there, and the pile just grows, you know. I seem to have seen here, look, there's loads of these ones here, and there must have been a bundle of them here. So let's get a handful of that bundle on. Let's get a quick handful of those. Just making sure they've got a matching head. See, that one had a Phillips head on it. We don't want that, do we? And lo and behold, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Okay, it takes time, but it's well worth it, isn't it? Right, Lee, let's... am I driving you mad yet? So I've had my orders to go in, but, you know, that's not going to be a jam jar full, is it? That's going to be a gallon tub with the side cut out. Maybe that one we fetched in the middle of the night, do you remember? There's a few of them. There's a whole load of these. Now there's these seems to have some sort of thread at the end of them. I mean, up there. Come on. Am I going to hold that there? Let me just put you there a minute. Let me just put you there. See these ones? These ones, they seem to have a thread on the end of them, but I mean, really, you can strip them out, and at the end of the day, there's a lovely stainless steel bolt in there, isn't there? I guess it's 10mm or 8mm or something, whatever it is. But there's a thread in the bottom of these, so I'm not really sure what they are. But there's a whole load of them. And like I said, there's different. You've got to be careful now when you're picking up, because this is for going in through steel. That's a steel drilling one. And can you see a fine thread? These go into wood. These go into timber. These are the ones I like, the wooden ones. But these are stitches. These will drill a hole through. These are to go through the fiberglass sheets. That'll get you through the fiberglass sheet. Got a good grip to stitch the sheets together. They're all for the cladding and the steel cladding around buildings and sheds and stuff. So there's a mountain still to climb. And that's only one, but I've had orders to come in. So yeah, we're getting there. We're doing the most obvious, the ones that stick out, the shiny ones, the long ones and the big ones, and the long ones mixed there. Pull out the old nails. Oh, plastic, the bane of my life. I hate, there's so much bits of plastic. They drive me mad, these plastic cap things. But they've all got to be pulled out. Each one you pull out the pile is one less in the pile, isn't it? Yeah, so so anyway, so that's all that's left of that one tub, so it's not as bad as you think. Been on your knees, yeah. So anyway, that's one tub emptied. So whereas the rest of these are all right. They won't be too bad to sort out. It's these big ones. There's two of those left to do, isn't there? So no problem, easy peasy. Just got to find the jars and the shelves to put them on now. So here's a reggy tip for you. Never be worried when you see these, because you might see them in the car boot, the market, the wherever, and a bag of them, and you think they're fancy screws, but I haven't got the driver. You don't need the driver. You don't need the driver at all. Under each and every one of them, there's a little nut. Let's crack that open. Look, let's crack that open. There we are. Just take that off, and then rip that out of there. Can you see, live and at the seam, a little nut is born. So don't pass by these because they've got these plastic things. I always strip them out. How the hell they get them to work, I don't know. Somebody might tell us how they work, but all I do is I always rip the plastic end off the top of them. There's always a nut underneath. So when you see a bag of them and you think, oh, Reggie's got them, but they've got the wrong head. Don't worry about the head, because they'll let's get you another one. They've all got nuts underneath them. Let's pick this one. Yeah. Ooh. Here's another one, just another colour, and they're not too bad to chew through. It's only plastic. You can just munch through the thing, just cut it off, rip it out there. They're really tough. You won't really bend them when they're in your hand like that. Look, they are. Look, here's the nut underneath. It's coming to light now. Be careful. I don't clip my nails actually, but I don't want to clip my nails. Oh, look, let's get, there we are. See, so underneath these plastic caps, there's always a nut underneath. So don't be scared of buying them and thinking you haven't got a driver. The only thing you've got to watch for is that is for going through steel. Do you see that? The drill tips are going through steel. And what you need to find, if you plan on using them as wood, is this one. See, that's purely to drive into wood, and it's got a better grip. It's got a fantastic grip, these have. You see how much thread there's on it. These ones have a fantastic grip. You put that in, it's not like a nail or a wood screw or whatever. There's a fantastic grip on that, and that goes into wood, but that won't go into steel. But these are the ones, the one with the drill end, they're the ones that go into the steel. And these little ones, they're stitches. That's just to stitch the sheets together, you know, when one overlaps the other, or you want to close something up. So these are stitches, bring the sheets themselves. And these come in all sorts of various lengths, which we'll discover from really short to really quite long. Yeah, but you ain't going to be slipping on no Phillips head or no flat head or nothing. You just put them in and drive them in. The best way is to don't stop. If you've got something this long, going in, decide where it's going and don't stop, because they'll heat up and jam. So if you're putting something that long in, make sure you don't stop until it's in. Yeah, right, I've been called in, so I better go in.